Have you ever stood at a crossroads in your life, feeling the spiritual weight of a big decision pressed down on your soul? It might be about your career path, a significant relationship, or a calling to change your life's direction. That pressure can feel profound, as if the universe has presented two doors and is waiting, breath held, for you to choose. We often believe confidence comes from seeing the future, from knowing with absolute certainty which path is right. But what if true confidence comes from something deeper? What if it comes from having an unshakable inner process, a spiritual and psychological filter that allows you to choose with peace, knowing that no step taken in awareness is ever truly wrong? Today, we'll build that filter together, blending timeless mindfulness with practical steps. Close your eyes for a moment in your mind. Picture two scenes. First, you're sitting at the edge of a serene lake at dawn. Mist rises from the water, and the world is silent except for a single bird's call. A choice contemplated here feels expansive, connected, a natural part of your growth. Now, the second scene. You're in a cramped, windowless room under a flickering light. The walls feel like they're closing in, and you're pacing in anxious circles. This is indecision's prison. The difference between these two states isn't luck or destiny. It's a process. One connects you to clarity, the other to chaos. And you can learn to access the first. To build our filter, we must first understand what clouds our clarity. Ancient wisdom speaks of the inner battle, the monkey mind. In our modern struggle with choice, this chaos often manifests as two dominant voices on our internal council. First, meet the prophet of fear. Don't think of this as cowardice. Think of it as an overprotective guardian from our primal past. This voice is future-obsessed with everything that could go wrong. It whispers convincing prophecies. You'll fail and be embarrassed. You'll lose your security. They'll all think you're a fool. It often disguises itself as prudence or being realistic. But its true core is the fear of the unknown. Its goal is not your success, but your absolute safety. Even if that means staying in a comfortable cage. Now sense the presence of its partner in paralysis, the ghost of regret. This voice is anchored in the past. It's a haunting echo. It doesn't help you decide. It punishes you for previous decisions. It replays old failures on a loop. Remember last time you took a risk? It torments you with romanticized versions of paths you didn't take. What if you had chosen differently 5 years ago? The ghost's weapon is shame, and its message is, you've been wrong before, so your judgment is broken. Together, the prophet and the ghost create a temporal prison. You are trapped between a terrifying future and a painful past, with no solid ground to stand in the present moment. The only place where a real, empowered choice can ever be made. By naming them, you take your seat as the conscious chair of your inner council. This is step 1. Name the council. The next time decision paralysis strikes, I want you to create a deliberate pause. Don't fight the feelings. Instead, take 3 deep, conscious breaths. Feel the air fill your lungs and leave your body. In the space created by that breath, ask with gentle curiosity, whose voice is loudest right now? Is it the prophet of fear, forecasting doom? Or is the ghost of regret replaying the old tape? From this place of calm, seated observation, we move to step 2. Ask the grounding question. We must now translate the choice from the abstract, scary realm of what if down into the solid, truthful ground of what is. Here is your question. If I set aside all fear of the future and all pain from the past, which path, right now, feels most deeply aligned with my inner truth and peace? Let's breathe life into this question. Set aside all fear and past pain means you consciously create a sacred bubble for this inquiry, using the witnessing skill you just practiced. Right now is your anchor. You are not deciding for eternity. You are choosing the next step based on who you are and what you know in this present moment. Feels most deeply aligned, asks you to bypass the noisy debate in your head and drop into your body's wisdom, your heart center, your gut. Place a hand on your chest. Does one option create a sensation of opening, lightness, or rightness? Does another bring a sense of contraction, dread, or heaviness? This is your somatic intelligence speaking. Finally, my inner truth and peace is your ultimate compass. It cuts through all external shoulds, what your family expects, what society values, and connects you to your soul's integrity. Let's apply this with real weight. Imagine you're choosing between 2 career offers. The prophet shouts about salary and security. The ghost moans about past workplace failures. The grounding question asks, which role, in its daily reality, will allow me to express my core values and talents in a way that leaves me feeling whole and at peace at the end of the day? Or, for a personal relationship decision, which choice allows me to love and be loved from my most authentic self without betraying my inner peace? Visualize yourself as an ancient, deeply rooted tree. Ask the question from that place of unmovable stability. The answer may not be loud, but it will have a resonant, clear tone. Once you have a leaning from that grounded, peaceful place, we move to step 3, the committed step. This is where spiritual trust meets physical action. You don't need to see the entire mountain path. You only need to see and take the first step that feels trustworthy. Here's the practice. Choose a limited time frame, 24 hours, 3 days, a week. Commit to walking your chosen path fully for that period. This isn't a hesitant tiptoe. It's a committed walk. During this time, be a scientist of your soul. Act as if this is your path, and observe with loving curiosity. How does your body feel? Is there a growing sense of yes, of things fitting? Or do you notice increased resistance, a sense of being off-key? This phase isn't about being permanently right. It's about gathering soul data. A choice made from inner alignment that leads to a tough lesson is not a failure. It is profound wisdom. It is infinitely more valuable than staying frozen at the crossroads, which teaches you only the art of standing still, that you can consult your inner compass more reliably than any external map. When faced with a choice, First, pause and name the counsel. Witness the prophet and ghost without becoming them. Second, from that clear space, ask the grounding question. Tune into your body's wisdom and your soul's integrity for the answer. Third, take the committed step. Walk the path for a set time and learn from the experience itself. True spiritual confidence in decision-making is not the absence of doubt. It is the presence of a trustworthy process. The universe respects conscious motion. A step taken in awareness is a prayer answered. To help you anchor this practice, I've created a free guide, a soul decision map with journal prompts and space to track your committed steps. The link is waiting for you in the description. If this fusion of spirit and practical psychology helps you navigate life's crossroads with more peace, please support this work. Liking this video and subscribing to Mind Upgrade Lab fuels our journey to bring more clarity into the world. Now, I pass the question to you. Which upcoming decision in your life most needs the grace of this sacred witnessing? Share your intention in the comments below. Let's choose, not from fear, but from faith, together.